Toni Collette and Mae Martin dive into the deeply intimidating personas in Wayward, inspired by classics like Stand By Me and Twin Peaks, published on September 26, 2025 at 9:45 a.m. Eastern Time by Hope Sloop. Get ready to be captivated with their new Netflix series Wayward, starring the incredibly talented Toni Collette and Mae Martin. Viewers are in for a stunning experience. But what will leave audiences truly astonished? The characters, the storyline, or perhaps both? That remains a mystery for the audience to unravel. In a recent discussion with Decider about this thought-provoking psychological thriller, conceived and penned by Martin, the actors elaborated on their process of crafting characters destined to intrigue viewers. A focal point of this intricacy is Colette's role as Evelyn, a seemingly serene yet profoundly disconcerting headmaster at the fictional Tall Pines Academy, an institution for troubled teens that serves as the backdrop for the narrative. Collette shared her initial thoughts on portraying Evelyn, stating, "To be honest, it was quite intimidating. She's an incredibly complex character with overlapping elements that create tension within her. On one hand, she appears very controlled, but at the same time, her mood can shift unexpectedly. Conversely, Martin portrays a police officer who relocates to the quiet town in Vermont with their spouse, played by Sarah Gadon at the start of the series. Martin reflected on the myriad challenges in bringing Wayward to life, emphasizing that the development of the show, sparked by a friendship with a real-life individual, took an impressive 6 years. This lengthy process included fine-tuning the tone of a show that explores adolescent issues interwoven with possible supernatural elements. According to Martin, viewers will undoubtedly sense influences from other series and films throughout the project's execution. Martin continued, "Ultimately, my goal is to create something that lingers in people's minds. When I consume media, I crave images and characters that leave a lasting impression. Take Twin Peaks. There are surreal moments from it that I will carry with me for life, as they resonate with universal themes locked within our subconscious." They went on to cite iconic works like Rosemary's Baby and Get Out, while also naming Stand By Me as their all-time favorite film. They noted how the performances of the child actors in that movie, including the pacing during lengthy two-shot scenes, are remarkable, particularly when they show emotional vulnerability, like the memorable moment when the character Gordy LeCance shares, "My dad hates me." When writing about youth, Martin asserted the importance of capturing genuine experiences. In our comprehensive interview with Collette, Gadon, and Martin, we explored how each actor approached their roles, especially the shroud of mystery that audiences experience while watching. Decider, let's begin with you, Toni. I've noted that your character feels unsettlingly comforting. How did you interpret this role when you first read the script, and what steps did you take to embody her? Toni Collette, honestly, I found it a bit intimidating. Your description resonates well with me. Evelyn is such a sophisticated character with many conflicting aspects. While she presents a facade of control, her underlying mood is constantly fluctuating. As the story progresses, her composed exterior begins to crumble, revealing more layers of her personality. It's really remarkable to delve into this fascinating human. Decider, Mae, your writing offers hints of various inspirations. When you began to draft Wayward, what was the central idea that captivated your imagination? Mae Martin, that's an insightful question. At its core, the idea stemmed from the intense friendship between Abby and Lila, reflecting back on my own teens and the profound relationships they foster. I recall how friendships during those years could oscillate between thrilling joy and life and death stakes, often accompanied by a sense of absurdity in the world and the hypocrisy surrounding us from adults. That essence fueled the storyline. As for tonal influences, Decider. Did you draw from any specific sources? I couldn't help but note a distinct vibe reminiscent of David Lynch. Martin. Absolutely. Creating something memorable is vital for me. Whenever I watch pieces of art, I yearn for imagery and characters that stay with me long after. Those surreal moments from Twin Peaks resonate deeply. It's as if they tap into a universal consciousness. Yet, I also draw inspiration from Rosemary's Baby and Get Out. And of course, Stand By Me is my top pick of all time, with those kids' performances being exceptional. The pacing in those sweeping shots and their ability to evoke emotions, like when Gordy says, "My dad hates me," really captures the essence of youth. And that's what I strive for in my writing. Decider. Toni and Sarah, I'm curious to know how much you learned about your characters prior to receiving the scripts. I appreciated the initial ignorance we share as the audience. How did your understanding of your roles evolve as you dove deeper into the story? Collette. Initially, I received just 3 scripts to review before officially signing on. Martin. Is that all? That seems quite limited. Collette. Yes, but I was instantly hooked and found it entirely captivating. Each character and the town undergo such Gaiden. It's fascinating when you find a character who appears one way at surface level, but is far more complex beneath that facade. Collette? Absolutely, that's so true. Specifically for Laura in those early episodes, she seems to fit within Alex's fantasy of a damsel in distress. But I wanted to assure Sarah early on that this character goes on a much different journey. Collette? Indeed, it evolves significantly. Martin, there's a formidable power dynamic to explore. Gaiden, and when Mae, being as charismatic as they are, sends a note like that, it compels you to say, I absolutely have to take part. Martin, I appreciate that. All 8 episodes of Wayward are currently available for streaming on Netflix, which offers 3 flexible subscription plans tailored to your streaming desires. The starting plan is priced at $7.99 per month, which includes ads, while the premium option reaches up to $24.99 per month for unlimited ad-free streaming in an impressive 4K UHD quality.